Hi, folks, and welcome to our intercollegiate contest here between your St. Andrews Knights and the Kentucky Christian Knights. Kentucky Christian jumps out to a 1-point lead to begin the match. And a cruiser back to serve. Set up by Wright for Larimore, and it'll be a kill for Larimore. The assist by Carmen Wright early in our contest. St. Andrews getting right to business here. Early substitution for the Knights. Madison Larimore checking out for Kalaya Melendez. Melendez to serve now. Service by Funk. Sent back over by Atkins now. The setup from Wright. McGugan puts it over. Funk saves it. Melendez calls for the pass. McGugan on a service again. Ooh, and she couldn't get the kill off. Not quite enough to get over the net. Mistimed her shot there. Rare error from Ashley McGugan there. Funk back to serve now. Up from right for Vernati. It's blocked, but no good, and it'll be a kill for Samantha Vernati. She's having a great freshman campaign. Assist there by Carmen Wright once again. Caitlin Ibarra back to serve now. Service by Cruiser. A nice setup. Strong shot, and it'll be a kill for Upshaw Mendoza. Kristen Upshaw Mendoza there. Coming in with a powerful shot. Knights couldn't quite handle it. Kentucky Christian jumps out to a 3-2 advantage. Lindy Starkey back now. Service by Melendez. Put over by Wright. McGugan there to block. Can't quite. And it'll be a net violation there by McGugan. Puts Kentucky Christian up 4-2 here in our first set of action. Starkey back to serve again. Service by Vernati here. Pass from Wright, setting up Vernati for a shot. It's kept in play by Upshaw Mendoza. And the kill from number 18. Audrey Villarreal there. Number 16, excuse me. No, number 18, Grace Morris. Couldn't find her on my sheet here. With the assist, I believe, by number 6, Lindy Starkey. Vernati with the attempted service, but it's errant. Couldn't quite keep it in. Melendez tried to run it down, but couldn't get there. Knights struggling early here, down 6-2. Still plenty of room for a comeback. Starkey with the serve. Right with the pass to Vernati. A strong shot. Morris couldn't handle it. And that'll be a kill for Samantha Vernati. Assist there by Carmen Wright once again. Peltier back to serve now. Blocked by Pearson. Sent over by Starkey. Wright brings it up. Peltier over to Vernati now. Vernati back to Crone. And a strong shot from Upshaw Mendoza. Again, Peltier couldn't handle it, and that'll be a kill for Christine Upshaw Mendoza. And she's back to serve now. Kentucky Christian with a 7-3 advantage here early. Upshaw Mendoza sends it away, and it's a service error, bringing the Knights back within 3. Knights making a substitution. Melendez checking out. Madison Larimore checking back in. Samantha Vernati back to serve now. Miscommunication there. Zavitsky forced to dive for it. Nobody home to accept the pass. And the Knights need a timeout. Trailing here 8-4. We'll be right back. And an excellent kill there from Carmen Wright just out of our break. Knights coming out of the break strong, looking to close this gap here. Zavitsky to serve now. Service by Upshaw Mendoza. Set up by Starkey. Sent over by Atkins, but blocked by Larimore. And that'll be a kill for Madison Larimore on the block. Bailey Zavitsky back to serve now. She'll send it away. Starkey with the setup. Strong shot. Gwen Messer there with the kill. Kylie Boggs back to serve now for the Knights. Bernardi with the service. Sent over by Ibarra on a pass from Kaylee Peltier, I believe that was. Peltier with the assist. Ibarra with the kill there. Great shot. Cutting the lead to 2. Knights trailing 7-9 here. Carmen Wright back to serve now. Service by Upshaw Mendoza. Boggs keeps it in play. It'll be a shot from Gilliland. It'll make it over, but no good. Ashlyn Funk tried to keep it in play, but couldn't. Awkward shot off the net there. Changed the timing of it. Right back to serve now. Service by Upshaw Mendoza once again. Boggs with the setup. Shot from Gilliland here. Ibarra sends it over. Errant shot by Delaney Gilliland. And that will be another point for the Knights, tying it up at 9. And I misspoke on that first attack. That was Emily Adkins, number 30, not number 26. Mixed them up there for a moment. Right back to serve now once again. Service by Upshaw Mendoza. Boggs keeps it up for Gilliland. Gilliland with a strong shot. Ibarra keeps it in play. Pass by Wright for McGugan, and McGugan gets a kill. Atkins was there for the block, but not quite strong enough. And the Knights take the lead. SAU up 10-9 here after trailing early. Kentucky Christian going to take a timeout. We'll be right back. And we're back from our break here. Boggs putting into play for Atkins. No, Gilliland, excuse me. Bernardi couldn't quite handle it. Tried to pass to McGugan, and McGugan knocked it out of bounds. That'll tie us up here at 10. Number 2, Anna Cruiser back to serve now. Saved by Zavitsky. Right with the pass over to Ibarra now. Up for Crone. Boggs sends it back over. Ibarra with an attacking chance now. Boggs over for Upshaw Mendoza. Passed away by McGugan. Wright sends it back over. Right with the pass to McGugan. Once again, it's up in the air. Cruiser keeps it in play. Upshaw Mendoza tries to send it over, but it's blocked. Boggs with the setup now. Wright diving on the floor. Zavitsky with the pass to Larimore. Larimore sends it over. Cruiser has it now. Boggs with the pass for Upshaw Mendoza, but it's too strong, and it's an attacking error from Upshaw Mendoza after a frenetic point. Back and forth action, both teams playing as a unit together. St. Andrews will jump out ahead 11-10 here in an exciting first set of action. Kalaya Melendez back to serve now. Great shot there and an ace for Kalaya Melendez. Ashlyn Funk tried to dig it out but couldn't get there. Knights jumping out to a 12-10 lead here in our first set of action. Looking to extend with the serve from Melendez here. She sends it deep into the zone. Cruiser handles it. Boggs with the pass now for Upshaw Mendoza, and that'll be a kill for Christine Upshaw Mendoza. Assist by number 2, Anna Cruiser. Ashlyn Funk back to serve now. Service by Zavitsky. Right with the pass to McGugan. McGugan with the off-speed attack and catches the defense out of position. That'll give the Knights 13 in the first set. Extending their lead back to 2 on the savvy play by Ashley McGugan there. Caitlin Ibarra back to serve now, but it's short. The service error from Caitlin Ibarra. Kentucky Christian cutting the lead to 1, 13-12 here, trailing. Knights looking to hold on and close out this first set of action. Serve now by Starkey. Pass from Wright for Vernati. Dig from Cruiser. Still in play by Funk. Blocked by Pearson on the shot from number 8, Gwen Messer. And it'll be a point for St. Andrews on a net violation. Peltier back to serve now, number 6, Kaylee Peltier. And that'll be a service error for Peltier, cutting the lead back to 1, 14-13 here. Kristen Upshaw Mendoza back to serve now. Service by Zavitsky. Peltier puts up a pass for Vernati. Vernati gets an attack off. Dug out by Upshaw Mendoza. Set up by Starkey for the kill by Gwen Messer. And that'll tie us back up at 14. Upshaw Mendoza back to serve once again. She'll send it away. Service by Melendez. Pass from Peltier to Wright. Wright gets the attack off. Dug by Upshaw Mendoza. Pass from Starkey over to Gilliland, and Gilliland gets the kill. Kentucky Christian jumps back out in front, 15-14. Upshaw Mendoza serving once again. Service by Zavitsky. Peltier on the pass to Pearson with a strong attack of her own. Dug out by Funk. Set up now for Gilliland. Funk passes it back for Upshaw Mendoza. Melendez keeps it in play. Pass by Peltier. Zavitsky sends it over. Pass here and a hard spike from number 18, Grace Morris. That'll be a kill to her credit. Kentucky Christian extending their lead to 2, 16-14 here. Christina Upshaw Mendoza serving again. Service by Melendez. Peltier with the pass for Vernati now. Set up by Starkey, but it's blocked by number 24, Martha Ann Robinson. Just checked in the game, already making an impact. But it looks like it went out of bounds, so it will be a point for Kentucky Christian. Excuse me. Knights trailing by 3. Zavitsky sending it over. Played back in by Funk. Starkey with the setup. Pass from Peltier, but she fakes it and sends it over on an attack of her own. Very savvy fake pass there from Kaylee Peltier, getting a point on the board for the Knights, cutting the lead to 2. Knights trailing here 15-17 to Kentucky Christian. Samantha Vernati back to serve now. She'll send it away. Upshaw Mendoza digs it out. Starkey puts it back in play, but it's blocked. And that'll be another point for the Knights, cutting this lead down to 1. Late in our first set of action here, Knights still hanging around. Both teams fighting hard. Who will come away with it? Vernati sends it away. Service by Upshaw Mendoza. Funk keeps it in play. Gilliland sends it over. Zavitsky diving on the floor. And Robinson sent it up, but back. No one was home to save it. Great effort there from SAU. Just couldn't quite make it happen. Lacey Morris back to serve now for Kentucky Christian. Service by Zavitsky. Pass from Peltier for Ann Robinson. It's dug out by Messer. Attack by Gilliland. And we're going to have a net violation here. It's going to be Kentucky Christian point. Side official quickly blowing the whistle to kill the play there. Morris back to serve once again. Larimore sends it over. Morris keeps it in play. Starkey to Gilliland now. No good. Larimore sends off the off-speed attack. Starkey with the setup once again. Messer sends it over. Wright keeps it in play, but it's going to be a violation on Kentucky Christian and a point for the Knights. Bailey Zavitsky back to serve now. Knights trailing by 2 here. Service by Upshaw Mendoza. Set up by Starkey. Strong attack by Morris, but it's blocked. Bernati back to Peltier. Peltier for Wright. It's blocked and drops out of bounds. That'll be a Knights point. SAU scoring there. Cutting the lead to 1, trailing 18-19 here. Zavitsky with the service error, couldn't quite get it over the net. Lead back up to 2, 20-18 here. We're entering the critical moments of our first set. Let's see who comes away with it. Kylie Boggs back to serve now. Service from Bernati. Pass from Peltier. Larimore with a strong attack, but it's blocked and sent back. I believe that was Emily Adkins with the block there. Knights going to need a timeout, trailing by 3 here. We'll be right back. Hi, folks, and we're back. Sorry for the technical difficulty here. Cruiser with the serve now. Service by Zavitsky. Wright with a pass to McGugan. A strong attack. Fought off by Funk. Wright keeps it in play. Zavitsky over to Larimore now. It's blocked, but kept in play. Crone puts it up now for Upshaw Mendoza, and Wright can't quite sky for it. Right over her head, and it'll be a kill for Upshaw Mendoza over the head of Carmen Wright. Knights trailing here 23-19. Cruiser back to serve now once again. Wright with the pass for Larimore. Back to Cruiser. Boggs puts it up now. Upshaw Mendoza with the attack. Zavitsky with a beautiful dig. And Wright tried to spike it down, but it went errant off her wrist. Wide and out of bounds. Attacking error on number 11, Carmen Wright there. Knights on the brink of elimination in this first set here. Let's see if they can hold off the advance and possibly pull out the set for themselves. Funk up with it now. Over for Crone and mishandled by the Knights, and that'll mark the end of our first set. Final kill there by Hannah Crone. And we'll be right back for our second set of action. All right, folks, and we're back for our second set of action here. Both teams making a few strategic changes. Kylie Boggs here to start off our second set of action. Service by McGugan to right, back to McGugan. A strong kill there into the back right corner of the Kentucky Christian side. That'll put St. Andrews up 1-0 early here in our second set of action. Melendez back to serve once again. She'll put it in play. Service by Funk here. Almost mishandled by Boggs, but kept in play by Crone. Tipped over by Ibarra. Funk over to Gilliland now. Zavitsky keeps it in play. Pass from right over to Vernati. And Boggs could not handle it. And that'll be a kill for Samantha Vernati. Pass from Carmen right there, I believe. Melendez back to serve once again. She'll send it away. Service from Upshaw Mendoza here. A pass from Boggs. Over for Adkins. Seemed like a bit of a misdirection. Caught them all going to the right and went to the left. Emily Atkins there with the kill. Melendez with the service here. Pass from right for McGugan. A strong attack. Cruiser dove on the floor to try and play it, but couldn't handle it. Knights take a commanding 3-1 lead early here. Vara back to serve now. Service by Cruiser. Set up by Boggs for Upshaw Mendoza, and the kill blown right past Caitlin Ibarra there. Left her standing like a statue. It was so fast. Ashlyn Funk back to serve now. Funk will send it away. Service from Melendez. Pass from right for McGugan once again. Blocked by Upshaw Mendoza, but out of bounds, and that'll be another point for the Knights on the kill from Ashley McGugan. Assist by Carmen right there. Kaylee Peltier back to serve now. Up for Cruiser. Boggs with the setup. Tried to put it off of Morris, but it went right off her head. That'll be another point for the Knights here. St. Andrews taking a 5-2 advantage off the head spike. Crowd really liking that one. Peltier to Cruiser now for the service. Over to Upshaw Mendoza. She gets it over, and Zavitsky's there for the dive, but can't quite keep it in play. That'll be a kill for Christine Upshaw Mendoza. St. Andrews leading here 5-3 in our second set of action. Kentucky Christian up 1-0. Starkey sends it away, and Zavitsky tries to dive for the service, but can't quite get there. Lead cut to 1 here. Knights ahead 5-4 over Kentucky Christian. Starkey with the serve once again. Vernati with the service. Pearson back to Zavitsky. They get it over. Funk inside to Starkey. Morris sends away a silo of a shot, but it's no good. Dug out by Melendez, and it gets over to Wright, who gets the kill. Great offense and defense there from the Knights, extending their lead back to 2. Samantha Vernati back to serve now. Cruiser with the service, set up from Starkey. Upshaw Mendoza sends a hot shot, but Zavitsky keeps it in play. Starkey sends one for Morris. Zavitsky gets it back in play for Wright. Wright sends an attack of her own. Starkey setting up Upshaw Mendoza now. Zavitsky back to Peltier. Peltier for Grace Farley. And Kentucky Christian unable to generate anything off the Farley attack. It will be another point for the Knights. 7-4 here in our second set of action. Bernardi with the serve. Service by Funk. Kept in by Messer. Morris sends it over. Bernardi up for Peltier. Peltier for Pearson, a strong attack, and Pearson with the block. Great recovery jump there by Zaria. Pearson really showing the athleticism, bouncing over the net twice in short succession. Determined to get the kill for her team, bringing their lead up to 4. Knights leading here 8-4 in our second set of action. Bernardi away now, service by Cruiser. Starkey with the setup for Morris and blocked by Pearson once again. Kentucky Christian going to need a timeout, trailing by 5 here. We'll be right back. Knights getting a quick point there, going up 10-4. Bernardi back to serve once again, looking to extend the lead even further. Service from Cruiser here, pass from Starkey, over for Messer, it's blocked. Up to Starkey again, Upshaw Mendoza sends one, it's blocked but misdirected, and that'll be a kill for Christine Upshaw Mendoza. St. Andrews up 10-5 here. Kristen Upshaw Mendoza back to serve now. She'll send it away. Service by Bernardi. Pass from Peltier here for Pearson, but it's wide and out. And it'll be another point for Kentucky Christian on the errant attack by Zaria Pearson. Upshaw Mendoza back to serve once again. Service from Bernardi. Peltier for Pearson. No, for Wright. It's up and wide. Hits the scores table. Wow, what a shot there from Wright. Had a lot of power on it. Starkey could not handle it, and that'll extend the lead back to 5. 11-6 here for the Knights in their second set of action. Knights trailing 1-0. Zavitsky sends it over. Strong attack by Delaney Gilliland there, checking back in the game and making an impact. Cutting this lead to 4. St. Andrews up 11-7 here. Morris back to serve now. Peltier with the pass to Wright. Dug out by Upshaw Mendoza. Starkey with a pass for Atkins there. Zavitsky keeps it in play. Farley sends it over. Well, Starkey dove for it but couldn't quite get there, and that'll be a kill for Grace Farley. Carmen Wright back to serve now. Service from Upshaw Mendoza. Starkey with the pass back for Messer. Messer to McGugan. McGugan back to Wright. Wright back to McGugan on the attack. And I believe we have a rotation violation on the actual movement of the players here. Yeah, it's going to be a procedural error, and the Knights will lose a point, so it will be 12-8, Kentucky Christian, trailing by 4 here. Both teams looking for some explanation from the officials here. And I believe they are going to replay the point, given the miscommunication between the players and the officials. Does not look like a violation occurred in the first place. And that's going to be a kill for Delaney Gilliland there, cutting this lead to 4. And St. Andrews up 12-8 here in our second set of action. Kylie Boggs to serve it now, but the service error, and that'll bring a point up for the Knights, extending this lead back to 5, 13-8 here. Melendez sends it away. Service by Upshaw Mendoza. Pass from Boggs to Gilliland, but it's blocked by number 14, Samantha Vernati, and number 21, Caitlin Ibarra. St. Andrews extending their lead to 6, leading 14-8 here in our second set of action. Melendez back to serve once again. She'll send it away. Service by Upshaw Mendoza once again. Pass from Boggs over to Atkins. Atkins gets an attack off. Upshaw Mendoza keeps it in play over to Boggs. Boggs to Messer now. Pass from right to Vernati. Vernati gets the kill. Great attack there from Samantha Vernati. Assist from Carmen Wright. Extending this St. Andrews lead to 7. Your Knights up 15-8. And it looks like Kentucky Christian needs another timeout. We'll be right back. And we're back here, folks, in our second set of action. Knights leading 15-8. Kalaya Melendez of St. Andrews serving it away. Upshaw Mendoza with the service. Pass from Kylie Boggs, and a kill there for Lacey Adkins. No, excuse me, Emily Adkins, number 30. Anna Cruiser with the serve there. Service by Melendez. Pass from right to McGugan. Sent up by Cruiser. Over for Upshaw Mendoza. Melendez with the dig now. Wright keeping it in play. Vernati with an attack of her own, forcing Cruiser to dive on the floor. And it'll be a kill from Samantha Vernati. St. Andrews extending their lead back to 7, up 16-9 here in our second set of action. Ibarra with the serve. Pass from Boggs, and Upshaw Mendoza with the kill, barely touching the back line, but the line judge called it in. Cuts the lead to 6. Kentucky Christian trailing 16-10 here. Funk back to serve now. Service by Melendez. Pass from right over to Pearson. The attack from Crone there, fought off by Wright, and Vernati with an attack of her own, but it's out the back of the line, tipped by Kentucky Christian, and it'll be a point for St. Andrews. Knights up 17-10 here. Peltier back to serve now. She'll send it away. Dug out by Funk. Kept in play by Boggs. The attack by Crone, but it's not there. Short of the net. And that'll be another point for St. Andrews. Jumping out to an 8-point advantage here. A commanding lead in the second set. Knights trailing 1-0 already. Looking to equalize. Peltier sends it away. Service by Cruiser. Set up by Boggs. Upshaw Mendoza gets an attack off. Melendez digs it out. The pass from Peltier for a strong shot from Vernati. Blocked but not back in play, and it'll be a kill for Samantha Vernati there. On the assist from Kaylee Peltier. Peltier back to serve now again. Funk digs it out. Set up here from Boggs, over for Upshaw Mendoza. Zavitsky keeps it in play. Vernati tried to get it over but couldn't. And it'll be another point for Kentucky Christian, cutting the lead to 8. Knights trailing here 19-11. Kentucky Christian with the serve now. St. Andrews looking to claim one set of their own, trailing 1-0. Service by Zavitsky here. Peltier with the setup for Wright. Wright gets the attack off. Upshaw Mendoza digs it out. Starkey keeps it in play. Upshaw Mendoza will send it over. Peltier for Melendez. Melendez for Wright. Starkey keeps it up. Funk with the pass now for Messer, but blocked by Pearson and Vernati. And I believe that's a kill for Zaria Pearson on the block there. Knights extending their lead back to 9. A commanding lead here in the second set. Looking to close it out and even things up going in our third set of action. Samantha Vernati back to serve now. She'll send it away. 2 Kentucky Christian players diving on the floor. Zavitsky for Peltier. Peltier for Pearson. Funk with the setup now. Upshaw Mendoza sends it over. Vernati to Peltier. Peltier for Wright. Vernati keeps it in play. Back to Peltier, but no good. Couldn't quite keep it in their zone. Got a little wide there, and Kentucky Christian will cut the lead to 8 here, trailing 20-12 in our second set of action. Christine Upshaw Mendoza back to serve now. She finds Vernati. Over to Peltier now for Pearson. Upshaw Mendoza diving. Starkey for Messer now. No, Morris, excuse me. Starkey up for Funk. Funk sends it over. Dig by Vernati. Peltier with the pass to Pearson. And Funk can't handle it. A kill for Zaria Pearson. Great team play there. Zavitsky with the serve now. Fought off by Funk, but Wright is there at the net for the savvy play. Gets a kill of her own. Knights leading by 10, only 3 points away from a victory in this second set. Trailing 1-0, looking to even things up going into the third. Zavitsky sends it away, service by Upshaw Mendoza. Starkey with a pass now for Morris. Over to Vernati. Vernati for Farley now. Farley with a strong attack of her own. Starkey setting up Gilliland. It's blocked. Bernardi keeps it in play. Peltier up for Wright now. Wright gets it over. Morris sends it back, but Peltier keeps it in play. Bernardi for Wright once again, and it's blocked. Bernardi keeps it in play. Peltier up for Farley now. Upshaw Mendoza keeps it in for Funk. Funk to Gilliland. Zavitsky keeps it in play. Peltier up for Farley now, and it's blocked, but Zavitsky's there. Peltier with the setup for Farley once again. Gilliland knocks it back. Starkey with the setup. And Messer with the errant attack. It'll be a point for the Knights, giving them a 12-point, 24-12 advantage. No, excuse me, 23. They were up by 10, now 11. Very frenetic point there from both teams. Zavitsky back to serve now. Gilliland keeps it in play, but nobody's home to touch it after her. And just like that, the St. Andrews Knights have set point over Kentucky Christian. 1 point away from a victory in the set. Zavitsky back to serve now. Looking to close it out. Upshaw Mendoza with the service. Starkey with the setup for Morris, and Morris puts one over. Great shot there by Morris. Assist by Starkey. Lacey Morris back to serve now. Peltier with the setup for Ibarra, and Ibarra with the kill on the assist by Kaylee Peltier. And that'll take us to our third set of action. Tied up 1-1. We'll be right back. And we're back in our third set of action here. Morris with an attack, blocked by Ibarra. Sent over for Vernati now. Vernati for right, setting up McGugan, and McGugan gets it into the zone. Great attack there by Ashley McGugan, set up by Carmen Wright. St. Andrews jumping out to a quick 1-0 lead here in our third set of action. Both teams tied 1-1. Right with the serve. Service by Upshaw Mendoza, and Upshaw Mendoza sends an attack of her own from behind the 3-meter line. Zavitsky still couldn't handle it. Great attack there to tie it up at 1 early. Kylie Boggs back to serve now. Service by Vernati. Ibarra with the setup now for McGugan. McGugan sends it over. Crone over to Boggs. And then Gilliland gets an attack off, but the St. Andrews manages to keep it back over. Boggs setting up Gilliland once again. Zavitsky digs it out. Wright touches it, but can't quite control. And that will be a point for Kentucky Christian. Jumping out to a 2-1 lead here. Boggs back to serve once again. Service by Zavitsky. Set up by Wright. McGugan will get the attack off, but it's blocked. Farley savvily sends it back over. Bogg with a setup for Morris there. Oh, excuse me, Adkins with the kill there. Emily Adkins giving Kentucky Christian a 3-1 advantage. Vernati with the service here, set up by Wright for Ibarra. Upshaw Mendoza can't handle it, and that'll be a kill for Caitlin Ibarra there. St. Andrews pulling back within 1, trailing 3-2 here in our third set of action, excuse me. Both teams tied at 1 set apiece. Melendez sends the serve away. Service by Upshaw Mendoza. Set up by Boggs here. And Crone tries to send a shot of her own, but it's out. And that'll be an attacking error from Hannah Crone there. Equalizing things here for the Knights at 3-3 in our third set of action. Melendez back for the serve now. Upshaw Mendoza with the service. Boggs with the setup, and another strong shot from Emily Adkins. She'll get another kill to her credit. Kentucky Christian pulling out to a 4-3 advantage here. And a cruiser back to serve now. Service by Zavitsky, set up by Wright for Ibarra. Boggs keeps it up. Funk over to Crone now. Melendez keeps it in play. Wright with the pass for McGugan, and McGugan short of the net. Attacking error there by Ashley McGugan, giving Kentucky Christian a 2-point advantage. 5-3 here in our third set of action. And a cruiser back to send it again. Melendez with the service. Wright with a setup for McGugan once again. Off the hands of Boggs. Cruiser dives for it. Boggs back for it. But it was too far out of the zone, and they couldn't keep it in play. Strong attack there by Ashley McGugan, forcing Kentucky Christian into the air, drawing St. Andrews back within 1, trailing 5-4 here. Caitlin Ibarra with the serve now. And it's an ace for Caitlin Ibarra there. Anna Cruiser couldn't handle the serve. Knights tying things up 5-5 here. Ibarra to serve once again. Upshaw Mendoza with the service. Boggs with the pass back to Upshaw Mendoza, and it'll be wide left, giving St. Andrews a 6-5 advantage here. Ibarra back to serve once again. Upshaw Mendoza with the service. Boggs back for Adkins, but they're there. Vernati and Pearson with the block. Knights getting savvy to the attacks of Emily Adkins here. Jumping out to a 2-point advantage, 7-5. Ibarra with the serve. Funk dives in to service. Vernati with the savvy net block. Puts it right down into the Kentucky Christian zone and gets a kill of her own. Rhyming accidentally there. Knights leading by 3, 8-5 here. Ibarra with another hard serve. Funk services it over to Cruiser. Cruiser over to Upshaw Mendoza. Blocked by Kentucky Christian. Melendez sends it over. Funk with the setup. Upshaw Mendoza with the attack, blocked by McGugan, but not enough on the tip, and it will be a point for Kentucky Christian. Strong shot there from Christine Upshaw Mendoza. Ashlyn Funk back to serve now. Funk sending it away. Service by Vernati. Pass from right for Vernati, and it's an off-speed attack, and she gets them. They were expecting the heat. The off-speed caught them frozen in place. And the Knights extend their lead to 3, 9-6 here in our third set of action. Both teams tied 1-1. Peltier back to serve now. Upshaw Mendoza with the service. Boggs with the setup for Morris. Peltier digs it out. Zavitsky keeps it in. Vernati sends it over. Cruiser keeps it in play. Boggs to Morris. It's blocked. Pearson gets it back over. Boggs keeps it up. Funk with the pass. Hits the net and out. And that is going to be a point for St. Andrews, extending their lead to 4, 10-6 here. Peltier back to serve once again. She'll send it away, but it's too strong, and a service error here from Kaylee Peltier narrows the St. Andrews lead to 3. Knights leading 10-7 here in our third set. Ashlyn Funk back to serve it now. She'll send it away. Vernati with the service. Peltier with a pass to Pearson. Messer keeps it in play. Peltier fights it off. Zavitsky over to right now. Starkey with the setup. But they're going to say, I believe it was an error there. And it will be a point for Kentucky Christian. Lindy Starkey back to serve once again. Kentucky Christian trailing 10-8. Vernati with the service. Peltier with a pass back for Vernati. And Starkey can handle it. Great kill there from Samantha Vernati on the pass from Kaylee Peltier. Knights leading 11-8 here. Vernati sends it away. Funk with the service. Starkey puts it in for Upshaw Mendoza. She'll send it over. Vernati with the dig. Peltier with the setup for right, and it hits the back left corner of the zone. That'll be a very accurate shot from Carmen Wright for a kill. Vernati back to serve now once again. She'll send it away. Service by Cruiser. Starkey with the setup for Upshaw Mendoza. Blocked by Farley and Pearson. Knights extending their lead to 5, leading 13-8 here in our third set of action. Kentucky Christian calling another timeout. We'll be right back. Vernati with the serve here. Service by Funk. Starkey keeps it in. Sent over by Morris. Farley keeps it up. Pass from Peltier for Vernati here, and it's too strong. It'll be out the back of the zone. St. Andrews' lead narrowed to 4 here. Up 13-9 in this third set of action. Christina Upshaw-Mendoza with the serve now. Service by Vernati. Pass from Peltier for Pearson. And that'll be a kill for Zaria Pearson on the assist from Kaylee Peltier. Knights extend their lead back to 5. Bailey Zavitsky with the serve now. Service by Funk. Starkey with the setup for Morris, and it's too strong for Peltier to handle. Grace Morris with the kill there on the pass from Lindy Starkey. Madison Logan back to serve now, and it'll be a service error from Logan, extending the lead back to 5, 15-10 here. Carmen Wright with the serve now. Clips the net and goes for the ace. Unlike in tennis, if you hit the net, the serve is still valid. And that'll be a clip net ace from Carmen Wright here, extending the lead to 6. Gilliland with the service here. Over to Vernati now. Wright with the pass from McGugan. Blocked. Wright keeps it in play. Vernati sends it over. Upshaw Mendoza up for Starkey. Attack by Messer, but it's blocked by Farley. And that'll extend the lead back to 5. 16-11 here. A commanding lead for St. Andrews in this third set of action. Both teams tied 1 set apiece, looking to pull ahead. Service by Vernati. Pass from Wright to Farley. She gets it over. No, it's short of the net. Tried to do the off-speed attack and didn't quite put enough on it. Lead narrowed to 4 here. Kentucky Christian trailing 12-16. Boggs sends it away. Service by Savitsky. Kept in play by Wright. Vernati sends the attack away. Upshaw Mendoza keeps it in, and Funk tried to dive for it but couldn't quite get there. Lead back up to 5, 17-12 for your St. Andrews Knights. Kalaya Melendez back to serve now. She'll send it away. Service from Funks. Boggs with the pass for Adkins. No good. McGugan with an attack of her own. Dug out by Funk. Boggs sets up Gilliland. Melendez sends it back over. Funk keeps it in play. Boggs sends it back over. Wright loses her feet. Thought McGugan was running up behind her. Seeming miscommunication there, but I think both players are okay. Lead narrowed to 4 here. I believe Carmen Wright just slipped on a wet surface perhaps because she lost her feet on that play. It'll be a point for Kentucky Christian, and Anna Cruiser will be up next to serve for the Knights. Bit of servicing on the court to dry things out before we continue on here. And a Cruiser back to serve now. She'll send it away. Service by Melendez. Right the pass to Vernati. Vernati with a strong attack here, but it hits the stick. And that'll be a point for Kentucky Christian. Cruiser back to serve once again. Melendez with the service. Right for McGugan. It's blocked. Zavitsky can't get there. Kentucky Christian really whittling away at this lead, trailing only by 2 now. 17-15 here in our third set of action. And your St. Andrews Knights need a timeout. We'll be right back. And a Cruiser with the serve once again. Melendez with the service. Right, a pass to Vernati now, and a kill from Samantha Vernati on the assist by Carmen Wright. Great attack there. Really showing the power. Knights take a 3-point lead here, 18-15. Kaylee Peltier back to serve now. She'll send it away. Service by Cruiser. Boggs with the setup for Upshaw Mendoza. Zavitsky digs it out, but no one was there for the second touch. Strong shot there from Christine Upshaw Mendoza. Ashlyn Funk back to serve now. Officials having a word with the St. Andrews side about their substitution order, I believe. Funk sends it away now. Service by Vernati. Right up for Pearson. Upshaw Mendoza to Boggs now. Back to Upshaw Mendoza, but it's out of the back of the zone. No touch, and it will be a point for St. Andrews. Extending the lead back to 3, 19-16 here. Approaching the critical moment of our third set. Both teams tied at 1 set apiece. Looking to pull ahead and take the lead. Peltier back to serve now. Service from Cruiser. Boggs with the setup. Morris with the attack. Dug out by Peltier. Melendez setting up Vernati now. Cruiser keeps it in play. Back to Boggs. Upshaw Mendoza will send an attack of her own, but it's out. And that'll be another point for St. Andrews. Knights up 20-16 here. Looking to pull away with this third set. Peltier back to serve once again. Service from Cruiser. Boggs with the setup for Upshaw Mendoza. Zavitsky keeps it in. Peltier with a pass for Pearson now, and that'll be a kill for Zaria Pearson on the assist from Kaylee Peltier. Knights taking a 5-point lead, and Kentucky Christian wants another timeout. We'll be right back. Peltier back to serve once again. Funk with the service. Boggs keeps it in play for Morris. Dug out by Zavitsky. Peltier pass to Vernati now. It's blocked. Melendez keeps it in, but Vernati can't get there. It'll be a point for Kentucky Christian. Starkey with it now. Service by Vernati. Pass from Peltier back for Vernati. Off-speed attack, and it'll be there. Gwen Messer dove on the floor to try and save it, but couldn't quite get there. Knights extending their lead back to 5, 22-17. Melendez checking out. Grace Farley checking back in. Samantha Vernati back to serve now. Kept in by Cruiser, set up by Starkey, attacked by Morris. Dug out by Vernati. Peltier with the pass for Farley. And it's blocked but out of bounds, so it will be a kill for Grace Farley on the strong attack of the net. St. Andrews up 23-17 here, a commanding lead, looking to close out our third set. Vernati with the service, and it'll be an ace for Samantha Vernati. Gwen Messer couldn't handle it. Kentucky Christian making a change. Messer checking out for number 14, Rachel Dunaway. Vernati looking to close out the set with her service. Funk to Starkey. Starkey to Upshaw Mendoza. Zavitsky keeps it in. Peltier up for Farley now. Blocked. Zavitsky tries to dig it out but can't get there. And it'll be another point for Kentucky Christian. Anna Cruiser checking out. Delaney Gilliland checking back in for Kentucky Christian. Christine Upshaw Mendoza back to serve now. She'll send it away. Service by Vernati gets it back over the net. Funk up to Starkey for Morris now, and it's out the back. An attacking error to end the set there. I know Grace Morris would want that one back. It was a strong shot, but a little too strong. Knights take a 2-1 lead, and we'll be right back with your fourth set of action. Knights looking to close out this match. drive to deep right by Castellano. Oh, have you seen that? And we're here for our fourth set of action. Lindy Starkey back to serve. Service from Bernardi. Right with a pass from McGugan now. Dig by Cruiser. Starkey puts it up for Upshaw Mendoza. Zavitsky keeps it in play. Right in for Larimore. Funk tries to keep it in play. It's up in the rafters. Cruiser manages to keep a hand on it. Upshaw Mendoza puts it back in play. Right with the pass for Larimore once again. Cruiser to Starkey. Starkey for Upshaw Mendoza. It's blocked, but no one can get the follow-up dig. And that'll be a kill for Christine Upshaw Mendoza, giving Kentucky Christian a 1-0 advantage here in our fourth set of action. Lindy Starkey sends it away. Bernardi with the service. Pass from right over to Larimore. Messer to Funk now. Upshaw Mendoza sends it over. Bernardi dives on the floor but can't quite get there. Great effort there from Samantha Bernardi. Not quite enough. Starkey over to Bernardi now. Wright keeps it in play. Bernardi sends it over. Cruiser up to Funk now. Upshaw Mendoza for an attack, but it hits the net and doesn't make it over. McGugan and Nabarro were in good position for a potential block. St. Andrews cutting the lead to 1. Kentucky Christian up 2-1 in our fourth set of action. Knights leading 2-1 over Kentucky Christian. Kalai Melendez sends it away. Dig by Funk. Up from Starkey, over from Messer. Bernardi keeps it in. The pass from right to McGugan. Kept in play by Starkey here. Upshaw Mendoza, but Melendez is there. Right over to Bernardi now, and a kill from Samantha Bernardi on the pass from Carmen Wright. Tying the set up at 2 points each. Melendez sends it away now. Service from Cruiser. McGugan is there to send it back over. Upshaw Mendoza with a strong shot. McGugan keeps it in play. Bernardi with an attack of her own. Dug out by Funk. And a kill there from Lindy Starkey. Zavitsky tried to get there but couldn't make it. Kentucky Christian takes a 3-2 advantage. Upshaw Mendoza with the serve. Zavitsky with the service. Pass from right to McGugan. Doesn't make it over the net. And that'll be an attacking error there from Ashley McGugan. Upshaw Mendoza sends it over. Zavitsky with the service. Right with a pass to Bernardi. Funk tried to dig it out but couldn't handle it. And a kill for Samantha Bernardi. Pass there from Carmen Wright on the assist. Kayla Navarra back to serve now. Barra sends it away. Upshaw Mendoza with the service. Starkey with the setup for Gilliland, and it'll be a kill for Delaney Gilliland. Assist there from Lindy Starkey. Madison Logan back to serve now for Kentucky Christian. Bernardi with the service. Right with a pass to Pearson. Blocked. Bernardi keeps it in play. Right with a pass to McGugan. She gets an attack off. Logan puts it up for Morris. Wright sets up Melendez, who sets up McGugan, and McGugan gets the kill on the assist from Kalaya Melendez, cutting the lead to 1. St. Andrews trailing 5-4 here. Kaylee Peltier back to serve now. Service by Upshaw Mendoza. Starkey with the setup for Gilliland. She gets an attack off. It's dug out by Melendez. Bernardi keeps it in play. Wright puts it back over. Starkey with the setup for Atkins. Melendez keeps it in. Over to Pearson, back to Melendez. Upshaw Mendoza to Starkey. Starkey for Messer, and Messer gets the kill. On the assist from Lindy Starkey once again. Kentucky Christian leading 6-4 here in our fourth set of action. Kylie Boggs back to serve now. She'll send it away. Zavitsky with the service. Peltier up for Vernati now. Vernati with a kill of her own on the assist from Kaylee Peltier. Cutting the lead to 1. St. Andrews trailing 6-5 here in our fourth set of action. Knights leading 2-1 over Kentucky Christian. Samantha Vernati back to serve now. She'll send it away. Funk with the service. Over to Boggs. Boggs for Gilliland. Zavitsky to Peltier now for Pearson. Funk up to Boggs. Setting up Crone, but it's blocked. Gilliland tries to get one off on her own. Vernati setting up Pearson. And Crone was not ready for it. Kill by Zaria Pearson there. Knights tying it up. 6 points each here in our fourth set of action. Looking to close out the match with a set victory here. Samantha Vernati back to serve. And that'll be too strong. A service error there from Samantha Vernati. Puts Kentucky Christian back up 1, leading 7-6 here. And a cruiser sends it. Service by Zavitsky. Peltier with the pass for right. Over to Upshaw Mendoza, but she couldn't get her attack over the net. And it will be an attacking error for Christine Upshaw Mendoza there. Tying things up at 7-7 here in our fourth set of action. Zavitsky back to serve once again. Upshaw Mendoza with the service. Boggs setting up Upshaw Mendoza for an attack here. Vernati fights it off, and Wright tries to get it over, but couldn't quite control it. Kentucky Christian back out by 1, leading 8-7 here. Funk to serve now. Zavitsky digs it up and back. Vernati runs it down, and Ibarra keeps it in, but too strong, and it goes out the back of the zone. Great effort there from the Knights, didn't pay off. St. Andrews trailing 9-7 now. Funk back to serve once again. Zavitsky with the service. Peltier setting up Ibarra here. Funk keeps it in play. Boggs over to Upshaw Mendoza. Farley keeps it in, but it flies up and out the right side. St. Andrews falling behind by 3 here. They're going to need a timeout. We'll be right back. Zavitsky can't quite get there on the dig, and that'll be 11-7 for Kentucky Christian here. Funk back to service. Right with it to Zavitsky. Back to right, and she'll get an attack off and get a kill of her own. Anna Cruiser couldn't handle it there. Assist there by Bailey Zavitsky. St. Andrews cutting the lead to 3, trailing 8-11 here. Right with the serve. Sent over by Crone. Right with the pass for Farley. Blocked. Farley keeps it in play. Right back for McGugan. Boggs tries to keep it in play, but the dig was errant, and McGugan gets a kill there on the assist from Carmen Wright. Cutting the lead to 2 here. Right back to serve once again. Wright sends it away for Upshaw Mendoza. Boggs keeping it in play for Messer. No, excuse me, Morris. And Morris gets a kill of her own. Extending this lead back to 3. Kentucky Christian leading 12-9. Lindy Starkey back to serve it now. Zavitsky with the service. Right up for Farley. Blocked. Wright keeps it in play. Bernardi up for Ibarra now. Funk keeps it in. Starkey sends it back. It hits a light. Funk sends it over. Zavitsky to Wright now. Right for Farley once again. It's blocked. Wright digs it out, but she was laying on the floor and no one could get to the ball because it was directly above her. Unfortunate bounce there. Great effort regardless for the Knights. Starkey sends it away. Service by Farley. Set up by Wright for McGugan, and that'll be a kill for Ashley McGugan. On the assist by Carmen Wright. Knights trailing by 3 here in our 4th set. Still plenty of time to pull ahead. Kalaya Melendez back to serve now. She'll send it away. Service by Cruiser. Starkey setting up Messer now. Ibarra keeps it up for Vernati. And they're going to say that was out on Kentucky Christian, so I believe it'll be 13-11. St. Andrews trailing here, cutting the lead to 2. Melendez back to serve once again. Cruiser with the service. Over to Starkey. She sets up Upshaw Mendoza for a strong shot. Bernardi and Ibarra were there to try and block, but it was too hot to handle. And that'll extend the Kentucky Christian lead back to 3, 14-11 here in our 4th set of action. Zavitsky with the service here, right with a pass to McGugan. McGugan with a strong attack, blocked. But I believe it did not even make it over the net, so they're going to say it will be a point for Kentucky Christian. On the attacking error there. Upshaw Mendoza to Zavitsky. Zavitsky to Wright. Wright to Ibarra. Back to Starkey now. Morris sends it. Wright tries to dig it out, but can't quite handle it. And just like that, Kentucky Christian is up by 5. 16-11 here in our 4th set of action. Upshaw Mendoza sends it away. Zavitsky with the service. Wright with a setup for Vernati. And that'll be out of bounds. Knights falling behind by 6 here. Kentucky Christian with a 17-11 advantage in our 4th set of action. Knights looking to settle themselves with a timeout. We'll be right back. The back of your leg, get back right behind your knee. Bernardi with an attack of her own. Kept in play by Morris. Starkey over to Gilliland now. Zavitsky keeps it up. Right back for McGugan. Dug out by Melendez on the block. Right back for Vernati. Starkey dove on the floor to try and dig it out, but couldn't quite get there, and it'll be a kill for Samantha Vernati there. Knights trailing by 5 here, cutting the lead. Looking to close the gap here in our 4th set of action. Funk with the service here. Set up by Starkey for Gilliland. Right back to McGugan now. Blocked by Gilliland. It'll be a point for Kentucky Christian. Knights trailing big here, but still plenty of time for a comeback. Madison Logan ready to serve now. But a service error there from Logan. Knights cut the lead to 5 once again on the service error. Trailing 18-13 here in our 4th set of action. Kaylee Peltier back to serve now. Upshaw Mendoza over to Starkey. Starkey to Adkins. Dug out by Peltier. Melendez with the setup for Vernati, but it's out. Aaron attacked there by Samantha Vernati. Extends the lead for Kentucky Christian to 6. Number 4, Kylie Boggs back to serve it now. Service by Vernati. Over to Peltier, back for Vernati. Boggs keeps it in play. Over to Cron. Gilliland with a strong attack of her own. And that'll be a kill for Delaney Gilliland once again. I believe the pass came from number 7, Hannah Crone. Kylie Boggs back to serve once again. Service by Melendez. Peltier with the pass for Pearson. Upshaw Mendoza tried to tip it up, but couldn't quite keep it in play. Cuts the lead to 6 here. Knights trailing 20-14. Kentucky Christian looking to stay alive with a set win. Knights looking to close out the match. Let's see if they can turn the tide here. Samantha Vernati back to serve. She'll send it away. Christine Upshaw Mendoza with the service. Over to Boggs now for Gilliland. Farley and Pearson were there for the block, but not quite strong enough, and it gets through them, increasing the lead to 7. Kentucky Christian up 21-14 here. A commanding lead in our 4th set of action. Cruiser sends it away. Bernati with the service over to Peltier for right, but it's blocked by Upshaw Mendoza. Knights trailing big here, 22-14 in our 4th set of action. Cruiser serves it once again. Zavitsky with the service for Peltier. Pearson sends an attack of her own, and that'll be a kill for Zaria Pearson. Bailey Zavitsky back to serve now. Knights down big, looking to close the gap here and turn the tide. Funk up for Boggs. Boggs for Upshaw Mendoza. Vernati keeps it in. Peltier with the pass back to Ibarra. But she couldn't get it over. That'll extend the lead to 8. Knights trailing big, 23-15. Ashlyn Funk with the serve now. Service by Wright. Zavitsky plays it up for Vernati. She'll send it over. Boggs with the setup, and Grace Morris with a strong attack. Set point just like that for Kentucky Christian. 1 point away from tying things up, 2 sets each. Ashlyn Funk back to serve once again. She'll send it away. Bernati with the service. Peltier with the pass to Ibarra. Mishandled by Cruiser. And that'll keep things in play. St. Andrews trailing 16-24 here. Big deficit, but still plenty of time to turn the tide and come back. Let's see if they can go on a run here, starting with Carmen Wright serve. Cruiser over to Boggs. Boggs to Crone, and it's blocked. It'll be out of bounds. Going to be 24-17 here. Right with the serve. Cruiser with the service. Boggs for Morris. Right is there. Zavitsky with the setup for McGugan. Over to Boggs. Funk with the setup for Crone, but it's out the back. Knights cut the lead to 6. Kentucky Christian with a continued set point, but St. Andrews not going away quietly. KCU needs a timeout. We'll be right back. Wright sends away the serve. Boggs with the setup for Upshaw Mendoza, and Zavitsky can't dig it out, and that'll be set point here. Match tied up, 2-2. We'll be right back with our decisive fifth and final set, excuse me. That's what I'm saying. Under 30, bro. Under 30 for sure. Under 30. And we're here for our third set of action, or fifth set of action, excuse me. I keep saying third. Our fifth and final set of action. Both teams looking to claim a victory here in what has been a hard-fought contest, a back-and-forth affair. Each team trading sets. Knights will begin the set with a lineup of Bailey Zavitsky, Grace Farley, Kaylee Peltier, Kaylin Ibarra, Carmen Wright, and Samantha Vernati. While Kentucky Christian will be led by Anna Cruiser, Lindy Starkey, Gwen Messer, Ashlyn Funk, Kristen Upshaw Mendoza, and Grace Morris. Starkey sends it away. Peltier with the pass to Ibarra. Fought off by Starkey. Messer over to Upshaw Mendoza. Blocked by Ibarra. Morris sends it into the back of the zone and gets a point. Kill there from Grace Morris. Starkey sends it away. Zavitsky with the service. Peltier up for right now. Blocked by Morris. Right back to Peltier. Farley sends it over. Cruiser over to Upshaw Mendoza now. Vernati dives and can't get there. Kentucky Christian up to a quick 2-0 lead in the third set. And a reminder, our third set is first to 15, not the normal 25. Peltier keeps it in. Ibarra up, back to Peltier. Funk touches it. Starkey gets it to Morris, and Morris gets a kill. Zavitsky dives in but can't get there. Kentucky Christian with a quick 3-0 advantage here in our final set of action. St. Andrews looking discombobulated to begin the fifth set. And likely the reprieve they needed. Lindy Starkey with the service error there gives the Knights a little breathing room and cuts the lead to 2. Kentucky Christian leading 3-1. Carmen Wright back to serve now. Wright sends it away, but a service error of her own. Carmen Wright can't keep it on the court. And it'll be 4-1 Kentucky Christian here in our critical fifth set of action. Kristen Upshaw Mendoza back to serve now. Zavitsky with the service. Wright with a pass from McGugan. Messer keeps it in. Upshaw Mendoza over to Gilliland. Blocked at the net, but nobody behind it. And that'll be a quick 5-1 advantage for Kentucky Christian here. Things not going the way SAU intended, but still plenty of time in our fifth set of action. Upshaw Mendoza sends it away once again. Zavitsky with the service. Over to Farley. Ibarra can't get it back over the net. And just like that, St. Andrews trailing by 5 in our fifth set of action. Knights needing a timeout to try and regather themselves. We'll be right back. I don't know soccer enough to know what they were arguing about, so I didn't know like what happened. Upshaw Mendoza back to serve once again. Vernati diving for the service. Sets up Wright. Wright setting up Ibarra here. Great kill there from Caitlin Ibarra with the assist from Carmen Wright. All set up by the excellent service of Samantha Vernati. Kalaya Melendez back to serve now. She'll send it away. Funk with the service. Starkey setting up Gilliland. Zavitsky up to right. Right for McGugan now, and it's blocked. Lacey Morris back to serve now. Zavitsky with the service. Right with a pass to Ibarra. Atkins was there for the block, but couldn't handle it. That'll be a kill for Caitlin Ibarra. Knights cutting the lead to 4 here, trailing 7-3. Ibarra back to serve. Funk with the service. Starkey back for Upshaw Mendoza. Wright will dig it out. Melendez with a pass for McGugan. McGugan blocked. Wright tried to keep it in play, but couldn't quite control the dig. Quick changing of sides here. Both teams switching benches before we continue our play in this final set of action. St. Andrews trailing 8-3 in our final set to 15 here. Kentucky Christian halfway to victory. Let's see if the Knights can hold on and bring it back. Boggs to service, but a service error for Kylie Boggs out the back. Cuts the lead to 4. Giving the Knights a slight reprieve. Sending back Kaylee Peltier to serve now. Peltier sends it away. Boggs setting up Gilliland. Zavitsky with the dig. Peltier with a pass to Pearson. It's blocked. Pearson sends it back. Zavitsky with a dig of her own. Peltier passing to right now. And it's out the back of the zone, but tipped by Kentucky Christian. And it will be a point for St. Andrews. Knights cutting the lead to 3, trailing 8-5 here. Peltier sends it away. And an ace for Kaylee Peltier at a critical moment in the match. Ashlyn Funk could not get there. And that'll cut the lead to 2. Knights trailing 8-6. And Kentucky Christian wants a timeout. We'll be right back. Kaylee Peltier back to serve once again. Service from Upshaw Mendoza. Boggs over for Gilliland. Blocked by Vernati, but not enough. That'll be a kill from Delaney Gilliland once again. Anna Cruiser back to serve now. She sends it away. Zavitsky for Peltier. Peltier for Vernati. Cruiser keeps it in. Boggs setting up Upshaw Mendoza, but blocked by Pearson and Wright. Knights cut the lead to 2. trailing 9-7 here in our fifth and final set of action. Samantha Vernati sends it away. Funk up to Boggs. Boggs for Upshaw Mendoza, and a strong shot by Upshaw Mendoza there for the kill. Kentucky Christian extends the lead to 3. First to reach double digits in this fifth and final set. Farley with the service over to Zavitsky, setting up Farley once again, but she mistimes her jump. Attacking error there for number 10, Grace Farley at a critical moment. Knights trailing by 4. Kentucky Christian within 4 points of a victory. Late substitution here. Grace Farley checking in for number 2, Paloma Suddy. Funk sends it over. Zavitsky with the service, and Suddy with the errant attack. Extending the lead to 5. Ashlyn Funk back to serve once again. Service by Vernati. Peltier with a pass for Pearson. Too hot to handle for Cruiser, and Zaria Pearson gets the kill. Knights trailing by 4 here. Looking to close the gap and secure a victory. Zavitsky back to serve. Service by Funk. Boggs is going to have the setup once again. Shot by Crone. Dug out by Vernati. Peltier with the pass to right. Gets it over. And Barra and Suddy were there for the block, but it didn't make it back across. Knights cut the lead to 3. Trailing here 12-9 in our critical fifth and final set. Zavitsky back to serve once again. She'll send it away. Service by Cruiser. Boggs with the setup for Upshaw Mendoza, but it's wide to the right. An attacking error there by Christina Upshaw Mendoza late in the fifth and final set of action, giving St. Andrews a window, an opportunity back into the set. From what had early on appeared to be a decisive lead. Zavitsky up to serve now. Service by Cruiser. Blocked by Ibarra. And that'll be a kill from Kaylin Ibarra there. Cutting the lead to 1. 12-11 here. Kentucky Christian calling a timeout. Knights surging back. We'll be right back to finish off our fifth and final set in this exciting match. And we're back in our fifth and final set of action. Bailey Zavitsky preparing to serve. St. Andrews trailing 12-11, surging back here after trailing by as much as 5 points in our final set of action. Cruiser with the service. Boggs setting up Morris. And Grace Morris with the kill there. Putting Kentucky Christian back up by 2. Lindy Starkey back for the serve now. Service by Zavitsky. Pass from Peltier over for Suddy once again. Funk up to Starkey now. Upshaw Mendoza with a hot shot. Peltier can't handle it. And that'll be a kill for Kristen Upshaw Mendoza, setting up match point here for Kentucky Christian. Knights with their backs against the wall. Let's see if St. Andrews can pull off a miracle here. Starkey with the serve, and Zavitsky can't get the service. Kentucky Christian will escape with a 3-2 victory over your St. Andrews Knights. I'm Johnny Rogers. Thanks for watching, and until next time.